Hello everyone. So in this video, we are going to see how we can use VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP and XLOOKUP in Excel. Okay, so without any further delay, let's get it started. As you can see in this data sheet, I have put some dummy data. I'll quickly take you through the different fields what we have and we can directly go to the exercises. So there are two dummy data sheets I have. One is product data and specifically one more table just to demonstrate the HLOOKUP for you. Okay, so the product data has fields product ID, SKUs, nothing but the stock keeping unit, and then you have the product name, category of the product, subcategory, um, unit cost of the product, unit price of the product, stock quantity, reorder point, who's the supplier of the product, lead time in days, location, and that is the location where that product is stored in the storage facility, unit of measurement, when this product was last received and whether it is an active product or not. Okay, we are not going to use all the fields, but I have taken a realistic data set so that you can, once I have demonstrated the syntax and exactly show you how to use the VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP and XLOOKUP, you can use that in the data set what you have. HLOOKUP table is, again, it has a metric and it also has values 1, 2, 3 and 4. It's a very simple table just to demonstrate the variation from VLOOKUP and how we use a HLOOKUP. Now let's go on to the exercises. Okay, on the exercises, the first task what we have is given product ID, return the product name as an exact match. That means the given product ID, I have given a product ID over here. Okay, let me remove the freeze panes. Okay, yeah. So for the given product ID, return the product name as an exact match and the lookup value is 1006. So that means 1006 is somewhere here. We need to look up that value and find out that specific relevant product name. Okay, so we are going to use the function VLOOKUP and I'm going to first show you the syntax of a formula and then also take you through the result. So let's go through this. Okay, so if you see here, this is a syntax for the VLOOKUP. First, you pick up the lookup value, which is nothing but the product ID, which is 1006. And then we need to go to the product data, which is the database what I have here. I'm going to pick up from the column A up till 0. The value is 3, which is nothing but the column index number. So from the first column, and a catch here is in VLOOKUP, the which value you are going to look up, which is nothing but the product ID, that should be the first column. Okay, otherwise the VLOOKUP won't work, and I'll also demonstrate it to you now. And from there, you want the third column is what you need to pick it up, and false means it is an exact match. Okay, true means it is a partial match. Okay, and this is the syntax. So now what I'll do is demonstrate this for you. So I'm going to write the formula equals VLOOKUP, and moment you open bracket, the lookup value is 1006. So I'm going to just click on the cell C2, comma. Now the table array, I'll go to the table array, which is nothing but A, B, C. I think 3 is good enough, right? Because the value I need to pick up, which is nothing but the product name, is in column C. Okay, so A to C, comma. Now I need to count the column index number. So you start from the first column, which is 1, 2, 3. So I update the value 3. Since I need the exact match, I need false. If it is a true match, exact match is false. If it is a approximate match, you need to pick up the true. So in this case, it is false. Close bracket, hit enter. And what you said, you got the rubber sheet large. So let's check that. 1006, I'm going back and checking it. As you can see here, 1006, the product name is rubber sheet large. Okay, which we have got it over here. So this is perfectly fine. Great. Second one, we go to one more VLOOKUP and then we will come back to the HLOOKUPs and the XLOOKUPs. So let's take this task ID 4, wherein what we need to do for the same given product ID, we need to return the lead time days. Okay, so I'm going to just reveal the formula and very similar. So let's straight away write this. So equals VLOOKUP, the lookup value is in C4, which is 1061, comma, we need to pick up the table array. Let me go back, and I need the lead time. So up to the lead time, I'm going to select. It's also a best practice. You can select the whole table also. There is nothing wrong. Okay, I'm selecting till the column O, comma. Now let's count the column number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 is a lead time day. So I'll put 11 and false. Now you get the value 29. Okay. So 1061. Let's check it. So 1061, and I close it. So this is the value. As you can see here, the lead time over here 29. Okay, so all good. So let's go back to the exercise. So now that you're clear on the VLOOKUP, let's move on to the HLOOKUP. Okay, on HLOOKUP, as you can see here, let me reveal the formula. So here the syntax is little different. Okay, so what you need to do in HLOOKUP, first I'll read out the task. For the given Varos code, return the storage rate per pallet. So for a Varos code, I need to understand what is the return storage per pallet. But as you can see here, your Varos code WH03, that is not in the column, it is on the row. I think that is the reason you require a HLOOKUP instead of a VLOOKUP. I'm going to write this formula for you. It's HLOOKUP, open bracket. The value I want to look it up is WH03, which is in C6, comma. I'm going to go to the HLOOKUP table, select the complete table, comma, and where is the value? So what you're going to look up is the row index number. So the row index number, the value what you're looking for is storage rate per pallet, right? Which is in row number 1, 2. So you're going to row number 2, comma, and same thing, whether it is a exact match or a partial match. So I need an exact match. So I am selecting as false, hit enter, you get a value 6.8. So storage rate per pallet of WH03, storage rate per pallet of WH03 is 6.8, which we have got it already. Clear so far? So pretty much same VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP. Now the most updated formula is XLOOKUP. If you really look at it, VLOOKUP is really powerful, but one of the limitation of VLOOKUP, as I've told you, the lookup value should be the first column, right? When you are selecting it, it should be the first column. Like product ID is what I'm looking up here. That should be my first column. If this product ID is somewhere here inside, it doesn't work out. But in an XLOOKUP, what you could do is you can call out the exact array. So let's do one exercise. Let's start with the task ID 2. I'll just reveal the formula. So as you can see here in XLOOKUP syntax, I'll just put the XLOOKUP here. When you have a lookup value, okay, which is in this case, the task is for the given product ID, I need to return the unit price as an exact match is what I need. So what I need to do, first pick up the lookup value, which is 1013, which is nothing but the product ID. Click up, comma, return array. So sorry, lookup array. So what is a lookup array? I need to go and look up which array where this product ID. I can directly pick it up. So I go to product data. Where is the lookup array? It's over here. Click this, right? Because this is where I need to pick up the value what you have selected and go and check where is this value, which is nothing but the product ID, which is done. Now you need to find the return array. Return array is where the value what you want to find, which is nothing but the unit cost. So the unit price, which is in column G. So I'll select the column G, which is nothing but my return array, comma. In case if that specific product is not available in the product ID, you need to get back an answer like it is not available value here, like not found, right? You can put that. Then for the match, 0 means exact match, 1 means exact match or the next smaller item, exact match or the next larger item is basically this one, and the last one, number 2, is wildcard character. I will touch base on this wildcard character match little later in the next exercise. As of now, let's go ahead and use an exact match, which is 0, close bracket, hit and enter. What I've got, we have got 6.38 as the unit price. Let's check it up. 1013. I go to the product data, Control F and 6, find next. As you can see here, the unit price is 6.38. So we got the right answer. So the same way you can also do it for a different lookup value. In this case, you're given an SKU. So the SKU is not in the first column. If you can see here, SKU is not in the first column, it's in the second column. Doesn't matter when you're using a HLOOKUP. So let's go and do this here. So what I'm going to do here is equals XLOOKUP. Now I am going to pick up the lookup value, which is nothing but the SKU, comma, go to the product data. So the value is in column B. So I select the column B, which is nothing but the lookup array. And on the return array, I want the unit price. I forgot which one is that. 1 second. So the return should be supplier. So I'll go back to the product data, find out where is the supplier, column J. So I'll click on this, which is nothing but the column J, comma, and I'll put it as 0, which is my exact match. Hit enter. You got it, XYZ fastness. Now that we are clear on all these things, let's move on to the last two, wherein I'm just skipping this. Okay, if you want to try, you can try it. I can leave this sheet as a link which you can download. Now, here it's little tricky. It is the same XLOOKUP, but the requirement is you look for any value in column B that starts with nut. So where is column B? Let's go back here. This is column B. Any SKU which starts with NUT. I need to pick it up and find something. Okay, so this is little tricky. You cannot directly pick up the way how we have done. We need to do it in a little different way. So let's see how to do that. You need to pick up an SKU which starts with NUT and find out that supplier information. So let's write this formula equals XLOOKUP. Now here we need to look for any value in the SKU column which starts with NUT. So you need to put an open quotes, NUT, star, close quotes, comma. This is the only change. Rest everything remains the same. Now I need to pick up the lookup array, which I'll go to the product data, and lookup array is column B, put comma, and the value is supplier, which is in column J. So I'll select this. If it is not found, I want the response as not found, comma, I want a wildcard, because as I told you, it comes under a wildcard. So I'll make the selection as 2, close bracket, enter. What you got? Not found. Why? There is no SKU which is having, it's basically starting with NUT. So what I'll do now, I will go ahead and create a value and see whether the data is updating. So I'll freeze this so that you'll be able to see it. I'll go to the end. I'll create a value 2109 test because NUT hyphen M6. So this is what we'll check. So though it is NUT hyphen M6, all we require is the starting should be NUT, which is the case here, right? Now I'll directly just update the supplier name alone. I'll just put my name. So basically the output of that XLOOKUP using an wildcard should give me an answer, my name as an answer. So let's go and see there. As you can see here, the supplier name has come as Alvis Lazarus. This is clear. So now this is exactly how you use XLOOKUP, where you need to pick up based on the starting letters or characters of a particular field, and then you can look it up and get a value based on your requirement. Now the last one what we have, that's a task number 8, is you need to match based on, like, either can be bolt or belt. What is the difference between bolt and belt? Only the second letter. In bolt it is O, in the second one it is E, right? So it has to look up the same way. So what you need to do, I'll reveal this answer for you. So this is the syntax. So BOLT or BELT. You need to look it up either of these two. Instead of O or E, you just put a question mark and that's it. It is going to give you the answer. So let's write here. So XLOOKUP, I should either look for a bolt or a belt. So I would write B. I will put a question mark, LT, okay, comma, rest everything remains the same. Now I need to look it up on the SKU. I need the supplier number, same. So I'm going to go here. SKU is it in column B and supplier information is in column J, comma, match mode, right? Now if not found is same, not found, and the match mode is wildcard. Okay, same. Hit enter. Okay, I made an error here. It has to be put into the quotes. Sorry for that. Okay, so now it is telling us not found. Why? Because there is no SKU which is satisfying that B any letter LT. So let's create it so that you can find it out. So I'm going to create one more record. I'm going to write it as BZLT. There is no word like that, but I am just telling because that's a question mark. Anything can be there, right? So BZLT, which satisfied the condition, and I'm going to write a name here, Mr. X, right? So now the output of that XLOOKUP should be Mr. X. Let's go back and see. It's over here. Right? So this is very, very critical. You may definitely get into some instances where you have to leave some specific characters which could be anything, but the rest should be aligned with what you look for. You can use this wildcard within an XLOOKUP, and XLOOKUP is very, very powerful. And what I've also done here, I've given you some reading over here. Wildcard match I've given you. I'm going to keep this file as a downloadable file somewhere down in this video. You can download this and you can practice this exercises. There is one more called binary search. I'm going to quickly touch base on this so binary search within XLOOKUP is nothing but in the search mode you are going to use a value as 2. See, without confusing much, binary search you can use it only on a place where you have a massive data set, and when you put a XLOOKUP, it's going to look up the complete data set before it gets a value. So it takes a lot of time. In that cases, you can put a binary search, and if you put it as 2, it will take the records in, and it basically assumes like A to Z or 1 to 100, and it is going to search it. If it is a -2, it will assume a descending order. In a nutshell, binary search, you need to use it only when your data set is very massive. Otherwise, don't worry about it. Or if you have any specific questions on binary search, leave down on your comments and I will be able to help you out. But there is a catch on binary search. Your data has to be sorted. If the data is not sorted, then it doesn't work, right? So let's keep that aside for now. You are clear till VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, XLOOKUP and wildcard match in XLOOKUP. You have any questions, please feel free to just drop a note below. In case if you have a question on binary search, please leave a note and I will be glad to answer your questions. So thank you so much, and I will see you on the next session.